This is the enclosure that I designed and 3D printed for the Pelsi, Wolfbox, and several other models of front and rear facing dash cams with AI features. I'll go through some of the elements of the design, and I'll walk you through what it looks like once I installed it on the base of the top of the cabinets in the front of my bus. First, I'll show you what the product is that we're talking about. It is uh, on Amazon. There are a bunch of other models as well. I went with the Pelsi. I really liked some of the AI features that it offered for driving. I'll talk about more of that in a review. Some of them plug into the OBD2 port. Some you can wire straight to 12 volt, but you can see there's a whole range of options and capabilities with these things. If you search for Wolfbox, you'll find the same. Really, Pelsi, Wolfbox. I think they're very, very similar hardware and software. The Wolfbox seems to be a little more focused on some aspects, but when you really break it down, I think they're almost the same thing. The Starvis 2 chipset is amazingly clear and it works really well, and the voice controls work perfectly. I'll review more of that functionality later, but I wanted to give everyone watching this video a good idea of what is this thing that we're putting in this enclosure. This is the 3D model that I've been working on. Right now, I just have displayed the top bracket and the interior bracket. These two clip together to help hold the monitor in place once it's in the housing. I'll go through a couple of these features here. I put holes here for the wires to pass through, for screws to screw it into the base of your cabinet. And then you can see that there's a lip here. This makes it really easy to snap the enclosure in there with the camera and then pass a bolt through this mounting tab in the back to make it very easy with one hand and no tools to install and uninstall the camera monitor. I wanted to do this because there's an SD card in it and there are wires, and so I went through a lot of iterations to make it as easy as possible to install it. Let's see what the housing looks like now. You can see, so once the monitor's in, that interior bracket holds it in place, and it slides up and down on a track system that allows it to only go in one direction, and it clips in, and that piece actually holds it together. So I beveled the inside of this and put a little rail in the back, and that really keeps the monitor solid and perfectly clipped in tightly. I also beefed up the areas where the screws run through to mount the top bracket to the base of the cabinet, and I created a cutout for the camera here. There's also a cutout in the base for the on and off button for the camera. That way you can turn the screen off, and also there's a microphone down here, so when you use the voice activated features, it can hear you clearly. So in my next video, I will show you how this thing is mounted in the bus and some of the features of the unit. I'm just going to click around and show what these actual pieces look like before they're actually installed, because once it's all together, it's really hard to tell how it works and what it looks like. It so far has several thousand miles on it, and it's been over some hard bumps, and it's as solid as anything on the dashboard in my bus. So I'm really pleased with how it turned out, and I'll do some more follow-up videos to show off the features, how it works, and some of the new abilities it's given me with operating the machine. Thanks for watching.